use the product rule to combine. And here we have log of 3x plus log of 5x plus 4. Okay, now first thing we notice here, there's no base here, right? So remember, if there's no base, we automatically assume that it's going to be log base 10. And the question says to use the product rule to combine, right? Well, what does the product rule says? The product rule says that if we have two different logs, okay, now they have to have the same base though, right? So we'll call it log base b of m. And we're going to add to that another log base b of n, so the arguments are different. Okay? So as long as the bases are the same, we can combine them into one log, but what do we do with the arguments? In this case, we multiply. That's why it's called the product rule, okay? So it's a little misleading, right? Here we're adding, right? We're adding two different logs together, but the product rule says we combine them into one log and we multiply the arguments, okay? So here they have the same base, right? It's log base 10. Remember, we don't need to write that, so we'll just write it as log. And then what happens? Well, we have to multiply these together. So 3x times 5x plus 4. Okay? And then we'll just go ahead and distribute that out. Okay, so we get log of 15x squared plus 12x. Okay? Just a little note here, right? You don't necessarily need the parentheses around here, but it's a good idea to put it because sometimes when you write it like this, right, it's a little bit misleading, right? Okay, some books or some people may think, oh, this is log of 15x squared, right? And then the 12x is just added to this, okay? So it's a good idea to put parentheses, especially if there's multiple terms here in the argument.